Coming up in this video, I'll show you how I pre-mix batches of airbrush paint using Citadel / Games Workshop paints and some airbrush medium so that I've got it on hand and for larger jobs. Alright guys, so I thought I'd show you how I create my airbrush mixes when I'm using, usually it's Citadel paints that I use this for, or this method for. Now I'm just looking around for an example where you can actually see, for example, here's a bottle of Damonette hide, and I always write the name of the paint Air so that I remember it's an airbrush mix. And what I do is I mix these up when I'm planning to use quite a bit of a color and airbrush it quite a bit. So for example, for this one, today I picked up some Inky by Darkness because I'm planning to use my airbrush to do the horses for a lot of the Nighthawk units, like the, what do you call that guy? Revenant on Shroud, or whatever he is. Shroud Revenant on Horse. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So what I need, or what I use, is this is a 2-ounce craft bottle. I get them at Michael's in packs of 4 or 5. And what's nice is these 2-ounce bottles, if I can find one of these, I don't use it often unless I'm going to do a big job, but these you can get caps that have the metal and the siphon caps, so you can do a larger job and not use a gravity feed. But most of the time, this just lets you, do a few drops of pre-mixed airbrush color into your gravity cup. So, and then what I use is, here I've got some Createx Colors airbrush medium. I also sometimes, I'm just looking around if I have any right now, sometimes I use golden airbrush medium. Buy that at like an actual artist store or an airbrush supply store. And what I do is I open up my bottle, and the first thing I do is dump the I'm going to try and figure out how to do this so I don't spill it, but you can also see it. I dump this right into the bottle, which is often, especially with the base paints, because base paints are extra thick and opaque, so the dumping this in can actually be slow and messy if you're not careful. The layer paints will usually pour a lot easier, and I would not recommend trying to do this with a dry paint, because it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, just let it dribble out as much as possible. Maybe sometimes I'll shake it up if there's some left and pour. Let's see if any more pours out. Probably not. Okay, so that one's pretty good. Same deal. I always do 2. I'm not sure why. I guess that just seems like the right amount of volume for me. To have a nice supply in this bottle. You could do 1, but I find that that's almost not even worth. You might as well just mix it in the pot if you're only doing a small batch. So in this case, I'm doing, like I said, a pot where it'll last me quite some time, and I can do, if you're going to do an army, or if you're anticipating doing a lot of units with a certain color and you want to pre-mix a batch of airbrush paint, this is the way to go. Again, this stuff comes out real slow. Come on. Now, then what I do, generally speaking, I mix GW, so non-air, because I know they have their air line, but the regular GW paints, I will mix approximately 50-50 with an airbrush medium. And I don't use things like Windex or any of these weird, custom homemade thinning solutions for airbrushing. I use airbrush. And I try not to shoot it across. I don't even want to finish that sentence. Anyway, try to get it in the pot. So I use the pot as my way of measuring roughly 50-50, right? So even though I know the pot's not full of paint, this is really not an exact science, by the way. Just no. Let's rinse that off. What a mess. It just came flying out of there. So, and then what I'll do is I'll shake the pot up so that what's happening is the medium in there is getting whatever paint was left over. And I really usually don't make this much of a mess. It's kind of amusing, actually. It's because you're watching, guys. You see what I mean? So I'm getting whatever paint was left in there plus the medium. I'm probably going to put a little more in there. I'm also going to rinse my hands off because I made a disastrous mess. This wasn't intended to be a comedy video, but it's turning into one. So it reminds me that I need to get some paper towel in this room. Same deal. I fill the pot with my airbrush medium, right, you know, up to almost the top there, and shake it off camera quite a bit, trying to get all the paint off all the insides because it kind of sticks to them, especially the thicker stuff. So yeah, pour that in. Here we go again. And because this paint is pretty thick, just a second, I'll clean off this ball here. This Incubi Darkness is kind of thick. Maybe it was on the shelf for a while too, so that makes it worse. Put a little bit more airbrush medium, and then sometimes I'll take, you could use a brush, but I'll use my plastic stir sticks to kind of agitate maybe some of the paint that's up in the lid holder thingy, whatever they call that thing, the little platform they've built into these. I'll do the same over here, put a little bit more, because I want to try and get my doll, you know what I mean, like I'm trying to get my money's worth for these paints because they're not cheap and I don't want to throw away whatever's the dredges. So same thing, I've got 2 bottles with a little bit more thinner, and I'm going to shake them up. I'm getting the paint everywhere. Oh boy. Including my jeans. All right, shake them up. And oh my Lord. I'm going to put this video up. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. I'm going to, for your amusement and potentially a vague amount of education if you want to do this, and you can do it neater than I'm doing it. All right, so a little bit more paint and airbrush medium in there. That one's pretty much used up. Same here. Pour what's left in. Good enough. So then all you do is put away your airbrush medium because you've now finished making a mess with it. Wipe up this mess if you made one. Put the cap back on. And I just shake that up quite a bit. You want to get all the medium and the initial paint that you put in there all mixed together. And yeah, by the way, buy a big bottle of that airbrush medium so that you can get your economies of scale, so to speak. And then I just label it like with a black marker, Incubi Dark Air. So that becomes my airbrush, pre-mixed airbrush for airbrush paint for that color. And I'll show you, I'll just use a little bit. You can see coming out. And by the way, like if this, I'm actually noticing it's a little little speckly. So that usually means I haven't shaken it enough, and I could probably add a little more airbrush medium, because what's happening is it's just a little too thick, likely because it's a base paint. So in some cases, if that happens, really, again, there's no science here, just add a little more. I usually start with 50-50 as my baseline, and then, like I said, if it's not quite working for me, I will add a bit more of the airbrush medium I just showed you. And this will last like a really long time. This, like, once you pre-mix a bottle like this, you're going to be able to use that for, well, unless you blast out an entire army really quickly, this will probably last you for months and months. And if not, sorry, what I was going to say is you can also just use it to paint, right? So the airbrush medium that we're using is also effectively like a thinner, so you can just use this to paint straight out of the pot, so to speak. Just put a little dab on your palette or whatever and just paint with it, because it's just thin to paint using a medium. And that can speed things up for you too, and it means you don't waste this paint if you're not using it as much for airbrushing, but you do want to do a bit of hand brushing with it. So like I said, usually not quite as disastrous a mess I've done literally hundreds of these bottles and never, I think that was literally the messiest one I've ever done. But this guy, actually, you know what? Let's just see if that worked out. Let's see if that is coming out a little bit smoother than it was. But this is going to be what I use to finally start painting some of those darn mounted guys. Okay. Yeah, you probably can't tell on camera, but it's not quite as speckly. I think that's going to work out fine. And I'll thin it a bit more in the cup if I absolutely have to, but I don't think I'll need to. That looks pretty good. Oh, guys, that was interesting. So, anyway, as you get into airbrushing, maybe this tip will be useful, maybe it won't. But thank you for watching. This was a quick one, and we'll see you next time.